Hey Seth, it's me Seth from the future, 2050 to be exact. Through the years, humanity has stood to witness many technological, ethical, and scientific discoveries and achievements. Currently, we're on the iPhone 43, which is basically the size of an iPad at this point. We've beaten global warming, and we've even sent the first humans outside of our solar system to a nearby star system that has possibilities of life. Better yet, there is this age-reducing treatment invented a few years ago that allows you to look decades younger than what you actually are, which is why I look so young in this video. Anyways, our biggest achievement yet would definitely have to be time travel. That's how I'm able to contact you now, through these short 5 to 10 minute transmissions. The reason why I'm speaking to you now is because I have so much advice to offer you. You, are now 49 years old, and you've experienced so many things and learned many valuable lessons from them. Sure, there were many bumps in the road, and God knows it'll take hours and maybe even years of hard work, but it'll pay off, Seth. It really will. Just you wait. So now I'll share a letter with you that I've prepared to show all of the advice I have for you. So, we both know that Ms. Zawalski's humanities class isn't always the most enjoyable class for you. In the paideas, presentations, and debates, it's hard for you to speak out and make your voice known, being the quiet and soft-spoken person you are. This all changed in that spoken word poem you wrote about homosexuality. Everyone had to write a poem that promoted peace and awareness on a social injustice in society. Through this project, you further developed your creative writing skills. Your use of various figurative languages and writing techniques has helped me through the years in expressing what I feel in ways speeches or essays can't. In 2050, creative expression is used all the time around the world, whether it's through writing, art, or music. Your poem reached international attention and earned you thousands of dollars worth of scholarships to your dream school, Juilliard. Despite this incredible achievement, paideas are slightly a different story. Discussing articles and book chapters, in-depth analyses, and supporting your opinions with text-based evidence is and will always be difficult for you. You try to make your input in group discussions, but are often, if not always, interrupted or talked over. This may not be your fault, but you could also take the initiative and put in the effort to make your voice known, and help in inviting others into the conversation as well. This leaves tons of area for improvement in your communication skills. Communication is important whenever you're put in group-based work environments if you are to get your point across. Being able to share your ideas and taking others into consideration as well are essential in being a productive and contributing group member. In Dr. Hines' STEM class, you are often assigned projects and assignments that require intense research. Therefore, managing your time wisely and being productive are essential if you are to be successful not just in the classroom, but in the work field as well. The infographic you created on bonds are a good example of this. You had to create an infographic on the 3 different chemical bonds and why they are important to our lives. The infographic requires a lot of in-depth research and critical thinking, which aided in organizing and laying out the components of your infographic. Using different colors, pictures, fonts, and font sizes, you are able to convey meaningful and important information without using long sentences and paragraphs. Infographics are used so much now in 2015, it's almost annoying to be honest with you. I have to admit though that their quality, both visually and content-wise, are quite impressive. You have taken them, as well as your bond infographic as example, to motivate you in creating things with the highest quality. In contrast, the Santa's Little Helper trebuchet you had to build was, well, let's say it wasn't the best product you produced. You designed and built a trebuchet that could launch a small Christmas ornament from a set distance away from a catching device. At first, the project sounded really interesting and fun to do, but as time progressed, you found that it became harder and harder to stay focused. You kept getting distracted and wandered around to other groups to view their progress instead of your own. This made you fall behind and required lots of hours outside of class devoted to completing the trebuchet in time. Although you did complete it in time, this all could have been avoided if you had just stayed focused on your work and managing your time better. Learning from this will definitely help in your procrastination and completing things on time with the highest of quality later in life. In Ms. Karn's digital media class, you were exposed to completely new forms of media that you could use at your disposal. From Photoshop to different chemicals used in photographic printing processes, you were introduced to new mediums. One such process, for example, was the cyanotype print you made to represent your chosen chemical in your chemistry and conflict project. Using visual hierarchy, you had to represent your chemical within a cyanotype print, either literally or figuratively. To achieve this, you had to mix certain chemicals together that would turn a special piece of paper light-sensitive. You would then lay a digital negative over the paper and set the two outside in the sun to produce the print. Through this project, you were exposed to new forms of photography, which is one of your passions. You still enjoy taking pictures of the world around you today in 2050, and this cyanotype contributed to that. Another project you did was the magazine. Yes, the dreaded magazines. 24 pages of articles, ads, and formatting. Pure death. No, I'm just kidding. Although it was one of the longest and hardest assignments of the semester, you learned and developed a new skill from it: collaboration. Being in a group with people whom you have close to no common interest with is pretty bad to begin with. However, that shouldn't stop you from putting in your best effort and getting the assignment done. I know you didn't do this at first, but collaborating with your group, dividing and conquering the workload, and making sure you know what everyone else is doing is essential to the success of the entire group. Outside of school, you've been playing in various concerts and performances around the community, whether it's through your private teacher performing in hospices and libraries around the island, or in small quartets or groups, playing with the May Day is Lay Day MPI Hula Concert and Elizabeth Carraggio Piano Studio's annual Christmas concert. These community performances have boosted your confidence in your violin playing, not to mention contributing to your community service credits. Performing in front of people no longer makes you nervous, and seeing the audience applaud after every piece is the most rewarding thing you can imagine. This leads me to your current job in 2015, playing with your quartet on a cruise ship that travels all around the world. You even worked with Gian and Corey, who are the ship's doctors. You stayed friends with them after all these years. So Seth, I hope you'll take this advice well and put it into use. I swear to you, it'll pay off in the future, which is the present for me, but that doesn't really matter. Anyways, I'm running out of time. I'll send you more in the next transmission. Talk to you later.